Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash, and the Heavenly Father, which you name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, and those are the true names in the ancient color of Hebrew, the Lost Kodash, the Holy Tongue, and I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a outside lesson that I want to bring out. Outside lesson number 1, as of April the 8th, 2026, on this Wednesday. And Wadi Haba Shemar Shah, as always, for giving us an opportunity chance to come out here outside lessons and protect us from the angels. And we stood by grace and mercy of Yahweh Yahweh Shah, right along with the elders and apostles of Aki, and Wadi Haba Shemar Shah. And the title of this outside lesson is going to be Zechariah Chapter 6. It's going to be titled outside lesson. Yeah, this is the book of Zechariah Chapter 9 verse 6. It says, a master should dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the crowd of the Philistines. Right, because we know the Philistines, they've been pushed down to the Sudanese. Those are tall Sudanese people. Those are the original Philistines. So those people over there, those people over there, a lot of modern day Palestine. Those people over there, they are mixed. They are Arabs. They're a mixture of Arabs. Those are Ishmael. They mix with Ishmael, they mix with Arab, because that's what's called the definition of an Arab, which is a mixed multitude. So they mixed in with Esau, Edom, the Edomites, and then they with Ishmael as well too. So those people over there in modern day Palestine, which really goes back to Philistines, but they changed it to Palestine. It's really Philistines, because those Philistines, they are originally those people which you call over there in modern day Palestine. It's really modern day Philistine. Those people over there supposed to be over there in Palestine, they are a dark-skinned, complected people. Those are the original Philistines. Which they later changed to Palestine. It's really Philistines, because the original Sudanese, they've been pushed down to the Sudanese. Those are dark-skinned, tall Sudanese people. Those are what you call the modern day Philistines. So small hatchet should dwell in Ashdod. Those people over there in modern day Ashdod, over there in Israel, those idea of Edomites and those small hatters, they originally don't belong in that land. What's that 1948, the Bow Declaration, because they created that 1948 for them to get back into the land. That's why it says in the book of Luke 20 verse 24, you're going to see the time of the Gentiles almost be fulfilled. Since I mentioned that, bring that out as well too for edification's sake, because those people over there in the land of Israel, modern day Ashdod and modern day Tel Aviv, those are not the original people of the book. Those are like Edomites. They come from the Khazarian Empire, which is modern day Kazakhstan. Eastern Europe. Those are Edomites. And this is the book of Luke 21. Yeah, this is the book of the Gospel of Luke 21 verse 24. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they should be led captive unto all nations. Right, who that happened to? That's happened to the Israelites, because we was going to be discontinued from our heritage. We was going to be scattered among all the nations. So we're the ones that discontinued from our heritage. That's why the Heavenly Father, the only begotten Son, He said, I come now. He says, I come now, but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The lost sheep of the house of Israel was discontinued from their heritage. Now they have returned back to who they are. So those people over there in modern day Ashdod and modern day Tel Aviv, and over there throughout that whole region over there in modern day Israel, those are not the original people. Those are Edomites. That's the difference between Hebrew Israelites and Hebrew Edomites. The Hebrew Israelites, the sons of Jacob, those are the original Israelites. Because the original Israelites was a dark-skinned, complected people. Instead to this day, even though we've been scattered throughout the nations, throughout years and generations, because ever since our forefathers and ancestors, the real Israelites was a dark-skinned, complected people. They've been out of that land ever since 70 AD. Now you have Israelites woken back up. They went back over there to Damona, over there in Israel, which we're not supposed to go back over there because Heavenly Father has a controversy. There's a controversy in that land, you know. So the Heavenly Father is going to recompense the Israelites and destroy that land with those nations that in that land, you know. That's why we said that's why it makes perfect sense. A small hatchet should dwell in Ashdod. That's what it says in Zechariah 9:6. So those people over there in modern day Ashdod, those are the original people of the book. Those are Edomites that come from the Eastern European. Those are the Kazakhstan. You know, people like Zelensky and all of them, those are Edomites. And so those are not the original Israelites. The original Israelites are a so-called, what you call so-called black and Latino and that been scattered abroad. Now the real Israelites are way back up to who they are. So those people over there in modern day Ashdod, those are not the people in the book. Yeah, this is the book of Luke 21, verse 24. It says, they shall fall by the edge of the sword, right, the Israelites, 70 AD. They shall fall by the edge of the sword as Jerusalem been ransacked back then in ancient times. So Israel they haven't been back to their homeland. I would say 90 to 95% of the majority of Israelites haven't been returned back to their homeland because they've been scattered among all the nations. That's why those people over the land of Israel, they took our heritage, our culture, our customs, our language, you know, as being the real children of Israel, real sons and daughters of Israel. Which is a large So those people over there in modern day Ashdod, those are not people in the book, those are Edomites. IDF Edomites, Amalekites, small hats. Luke 21, verse 24. It says, they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led captive unto all nations, and Jerusalem. You should know Jerusalem is a people before its place. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led captive unto all nations, and Jerusalem shall be tried down to the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right, so we starting to see the time of the Gentiles is almost being fulfilled. We're seeing increased signs of that. And that's why we rejoice in that, you know. And that's why, you know, we are rejoicing that when was born, Salakia. So we bring out that Exodus 17 verse 16. Yeah, it's the book of Exodus. Yeah, Exodus 17 verse 16. Salakia for a second. Yeah, this is the book of Exodus 17 verse 16. Exodus 16 verse 17, it says, for he said, because Yahweh has sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek for generations. Why? Because Heavenly Father's going to have war with Amalek to generations. Hey, so those people over there in the book of, those people over there in the land of modern day Ashdod, you got to question that. Like, you know, that's a head scratcher. You're going to question that. Like, those people over there in modern day Ashdod and modern day Tel Aviv, are those actually the real people of the book? You know, you're gonna answer that. You're gonna question that. You know, so that shows you that a small hatchet should dwell in Ashdod, like it says in Zechariah 9:6. So those people over there in modern day Ashdod, those are small hats, and those are IDF Edomites. Those are not the people of the book. They basically just over there for political gain. You know? You have to look at Exodus 17 verse 16. But he said, because Yahweh has sworn that it says sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, right? Because Heavenly Father's going to have war with Amalek to generations to generations. You know, I'm just bringing out precepts. For that. So we see in the time of Amalek rulership is on us up. This is the book of Job. Job 18 and verse 11. It says, Terror shall make afraid on every side. Right, and that's what's taking place. Hey, because Amalek killing innocent men, women, and children. Hey, you're going to have those Elamites and Ishmaelites going to team up together going against Amalek and those IDF Edomites. That's what's taking place. This is Job 18 verse 11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Right, that's going to happen. It's going to drive Amalek and mighty Edomites are going to drive him to their feet. And this is the book of Job. Then I'm closed out. This is the book of Job 13 verse 4. It says, but ye are forgery of lies. Right, that's Amalek, Esau, Edom. It says, because it said, but ye are forgery of lies and no physician of value. Right, no physician of value. That's Esau, Edom, you know. Now I get back to that Zechariah. Then I'm close out from there. And this is the book of Zechariah. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9 and verse 6. Yep, it says, a small hat should dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of Philistines. Right, so you have Philistines too. And right along with Ishmael up in there as well too, mixed in with those Cushites, Hamites. so those people over there, Ashdod, over there in Israel, those are not the people of the book. That's why we send the indicator. You know, Ishmael over there, Edom over there. Most likely Ishmael and Esau over there in the area. So you got the Edomites over there. You got the small hats over there. You got Ishmael over there. The land that doesn't belong to either one of them. But definitely for sure, those are people over there in modern day Ashdod, modern day Israel. Those are not the people of the book. And so that's why they being exposed, being liars and deceivers. You know, killing innocent men, women, and children. Now the nations are rising up against them. And that's what we're seeing, you know. Because they doing a lot of unrighteous decrees, you know, those small hatters, those people over there in modern day Ashdod, those are not the people of the book. Those are liars and deceivers. Because they are no physician of value. You know, they're forgery of liars, like I said in Job 13 verse 4. And so Zechariah 9 verse 6 stated, hey, a small hatter should dwell in Ashdod. Those are not the people of the book. Those are Edomites that come from the Khazarian Empire. This is modern day Kazakhstan. Zelensky and them over there in Ukraine and all of that, in that area, those are Edomites, you know. Those are not the original Israelites. The original Israelites was a dark-skinned complected people like my complexion, or even darker, you know. So with that, this was just a outside lesson that I wanted to bring out of the Zechariah 9 verse 6. That was the title. And that was the title of the outside lesson, number 1 of Zechariah 9 verse 6. Hopefully that was edifying. Outside lesson number 1 as of April the 8th, 2026, on this Wednesday afternoon. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kodash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. And those are the true names in ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the lost gospel tongue. I say Barak to the elders, apostles, the Hakim Hakwa. Until next time, I will say Kwame Shirala and the Bible Ball. Shalom.